Let's delve deeper into each of these areas of psychology. Biological psychology. This field explores the biological underpinnings of behavior and mental processes. Researchers in this area study how genetics, brain structure, neurotransmitters, and the nervous system influence thoughts, emotions, and actions. For example, they might investigate how specific brain regions are involved in memory formation, or how neurotransmitter imbalances contribute to mood disorders like depression. Cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychologists investigate mental processes such as perception, memory, attention, language, problem-solving, and decision-making. They seek to understand how people acquire, process, store, and retrieve information. For instance, they might study how people solve complex problems, or how memory is affected by aging. Developmental psychology. This area focuses on the study of human growth and development across the lifespan. Developmental psychologists examine physical, cognitive, emotional, and social changes that occur from infancy to old age. They might explore milestones such as language acquisition in children, identity formation in adolescents, or cognitive decline in older adults. Clinical psychology. Clinical psychologists assess, diagnose, and treat mental illnesses and psychological disorders. They use a variety of therapeutic techniques to help individuals cope with emotional, behavioral, and interpersonal challenges. Clinical psychologists work in a range of settings, including hospitals, clinics, private practice, and community mental health centers. Social psychology. Social psychologists study how individuals' thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are influenced by the presence of others. They investigate topics such as social perception, attitudes, conformity, obedience, prejudice, aggression, and interpersonal relationships. For example, they might explore the factors that lead people to conform to group norms, or the psychological processes underlying romantic attraction. Personality psychology. Personality psychologists examine individual differences in behavior patterns, emotions, and cognition. They investigate various theories of personality, and how personality traits develop and influence behavior across different situations and contexts. Personality psychologists might use assessments, such as questionnaires, or interviews to measure personality traits, and study their impact on people's lives. Health psychology. Health psychologists study how psychological factors affect physical health and well-being. They investigate topics such as stress, coping mechanisms, health behaviors, illness prevention, and the mind-body connection. Health psychologists work to promote healthy behaviors and improve outcomes for individuals with chronic illnesses or medical conditions. Industrial organizational psychology. Industrial organizational, IO, psychologists apply psychological principles to the workplace. They study topics such as employee motivation, leadership, teamwork, job satisfaction, organizational culture, and employee selection and training. IO psychologists work with organizations to improve productivity, morale, and overall work performance. Educational psychology. Educational psychologists focus on understanding how people learn and develop in educational settings. They study topics such as learning theories, instructional methods, curriculum design, student motivation, classroom management, and assessment. Educational psychologists work to improve teaching and learning outcomes for students of all ages and abilities. Neuropsychology. Neuropsychologists investigate the relationship between brain function and behavior. They study how brain injuries, diseases, and disorders affect cognitive processes such as attention, memory, language, and perception. Neuropsychologists use various assessment tools, including neuroimaging techniques and cognitive tests, to evaluate brain function and develop interventions for individuals with neurological conditions.